JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 3 episode review video. But before I get into that, it is extremely important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead, to pay attention to the episode title. I'll put that title in the description if that's the case and you're not caught up. I recommend that you don't watch this video anymore, simply to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode number 8. Title of this episode is called Made to Suffer. This will be my review, reaction, recap of the episode. Keep in mind, I've seen this episode many a times, probably 6 to 7 times, just reviewing the episodes for the channel, all the episodes of The Walking Dead, due to the fact that they announced that The Walking Dead Season 11 will be the conclusion of the original Walking Dead series. That doesn't mean the story of The Walking Dead is finished, though. So, we have Rick, Michonne, Daryl, and Oscar heading towards Woodbury to rescue Glenn and Maggie from the governor. While they are gone, a group of 5 survivors, we have a brother and sister combination of Tyrese and Sasha, and then a family, Alan, Donna, and their son Ben, come across the prison while fleeing a horde of walkers and discover a breach in its fence. They make their way inside, discovering that Donna has been bitten by a walker. Their cries for help are heard by Carl, who helps lead them to a safe area of the prison. Donna dies due to the bite, and after a brief moment of silence, Tyrese smashes her head with a hammer to prevent her from turning. Carl keeps the newcomers locked in a commons area for safekeeping. Tyrese understands and accepts. I mean, they haven't had a night like this where they could be, they haven't been safe for a while, so they think this is a good opportunity to get some good rest. Again at Woodbury, Rick's group sneaks into the building while at the same time Glenn and Maggie attempt to escape. The governor orders Merle and his men to execute them, but as they approach, Maggie stabs one of the men with a sharpened bone, enabling them to slip by. Rick and the others launch their ambush, enabling them to bring Glenn and Maggie to safety. Yay! However, Michonne slips away on her own. As they see to Glenn and Maggie while avoiding detection, Glenn does reveal to Daryl that his brother Merle is here and behind this. He's like a lieutenant of the governor's. And Daryl insists that they go find him. Meanwhile, aware that their attackers include friends of Andrea, the governor gives his men shoot-to-kill orders and keeps Andrea away from the action by enforcing the town's curfew. Michonne makes her way into the governor's house and discovers a hidden room where he has kept the heads of many former allies as walkers in aquarium tanks that, of course, we've seen before, as well as the turned body of his daughter Penny chained up with chains all over her. As she is studying the room, the governor arrives, and despite his pleas to not harm Penny, Michonne kills her. Now, before that, the governor was a little surprised that Michonne was even alive because Merle had told the governor that he took care of her. Enraged that Michonne had killed Penny, the two quickly engage in combat. After smashing the aquariums, Michonne uses a glass shard to stab the governor in the eye to make him look like his comic book counterpart. But before she can kill him, Andrea shows up and stops Michonne. She turns and flees the building. Andrea races to help bring the governor to Dr. Stevens to treat his eye. Rick's group prepares to fight their way out of Woodbury using smoke bombs to cover their escape. Daryl actually stays back to cover the others, while Rick is momentarily confused by a man who he mistakes to be his former friend and almost brother, Shane. So we have a Shane cameo. Rick hallucinates that he sees Shane for just a second. Oscar is actually shot and killed as the others scale the Woodbury wall, and Daryl is actually captured. We don't see that on camera, but we find out. Now, Rick, Maggie, and Glenn regroup with Michonne, who has been waiting for them, and they question if she is still useful to them. In the Woodbury arena, the governor addresses the town's citizens, declaring that they were attacked by terrorists. He then accuses Merle of betraying the people of Woodbury and says that he has Merle's brother, Daryl, and then he tells them essentially to fight to the death and whatnot. And then the residents start chanting for their blood. Stunned, Andrea stares at Daryl as the bloodthirsty townspeople cheer, and Merle and Daryl start to fight, but it's kind of a ploy. So, wow, that's actually a really good mid-season finale of The Walking Dead Season 3. I did like this episode. A lot of things happened that were highly entertaining. We did lose Oscar, which is very unfortunate. You could have kept Oscar around for a while. That there was no need to kill him, but you brought in other characters, so that's not good. But I like the whole Merle and Daryl pitting them two against each other, and Glenn telling Daryl that Merle is behind all this. It was Merle, and now Merle is in a predicament. So we learned that the governor is, well, we knew the governor was already crazy, but he's a little off, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens to him, or relive the events that happened to the governor. So as far as the score of this episode, this is actually an underrated episode of The Walking Dead. I don't remember exactly where I placed this, if I even did, in my last rankings video that I did a while ago, but this is probably a top 20 episode. I'm going to give it a 9.1 out of 10. A very entertaining episode. You've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. You already know the deal, but I'll repeat it anyway. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you love this television series, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anyone else that you think would be interested in listening or watching this video, go ahead and share the video with them, and then let them know that they can share it with anybody else that they know. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments section, and that can be a multitude of things. Your favorite character of the episode, your favorite moment of the episode, your score of the episode, your whatever you can think of. Just make sure you leave a comment. And then, of course, well, I should let you guys know my character of the episode. Ooh, that's a tough one. I would say Michonne, because she did a lot. She helped our survivors get into Woodbury, and then she went to war with the governor and stabbed him in the eye with a glass shard. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your support, and be a part of something special, and JDev will return.